These are my top 3 favorite thriller/mystery books that I read in the past year. Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister is my all-time favorite psychological thriller time travel murder mystery story. It's a lot in one sentence, but this book, I have never been so shocked when reading a book. Like shocked and then shocked and then shocked and then shocked over and over. I love this book. If I could take my brain out and wash it so I couldn't remember anything about this book just so I could reread it, I would do that, no questions asked. That's how good this book is. This book essentially follows Jen, and she watches her beautiful, kind-hearted teenage son murder somebody. She doesn't understand why it happened, what led up to that. She goes to bed heartbroken. She wakes up, it's the next day. She goes about, bit of deja vu. She goes to bed, she wakes up, it's 2 days before, 3 days before, 4 days before, over and over and over. She's constantly waking up 1 day behind. So even if she tries to make a change, obviously it doesn't come with her because she's going back in time. And so it kind of puts a unique aspect on a time travel book. And she doesn't know why she's going back in time, but she realizes whatever it is, it's gonna help her figure out why her son murdered somebody. And this, I get chills just thinking about this book. It's so good. This is beyond 5 stars. Beyond 5 stars. Next up, we have The Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This is a trilogy, and the writing in this book is absolutely spectacular. Have you ever seen anything like that? This one basically follows Pip, and she's finishing up her senior year, and she decides to do a project on the closed case of local murder. And so she's kind of looking into it, but as she starts to investigate, she realizes that the case isn't what it seemed, and the cops may have arrested the wrong person. And so she's doing all this investigating, and it's really, really, really cool. And it has transcriptions in it of from her interviews. It has just this cool perspective of Pip as she's going along, and you really learn about the town and the characters, and you fall in love with everything about it. And the writing, this book made me scream. I read this one so fast. I think it was less than 24 hours I read this. I sat down and was I'll read a few pages, and then I blinked and I was whoa, am I done this book already? It's so good. This is another book that I would love to forget so I could learn how to read it again. Now, some people may agree with this third one, but We Were Liars by Lockhart was so good. I read this in one sitting. So the reason that I say that I don't think everybody will agree with this third pick is because the writing is really, really different. But different doesn't always mean bad. It just takes a little bit to get into. So if you've ever read the Shatter Me series, it is very similar to that. It's a little pretentious, a little confusing, kind of annoying sometimes, but it's done in a really cool way, and I thought that it was brilliant. It also has an unreliable narrator, and that's why it's kind of written in a certain way, and so this is a really cool mystery. So this book follows Cadence, and her story is basically she comes from this family known as the Sinclairs, and every single summer her and all of these friends of the family meet up, have a good time, and just enjoy it. But something happened that she can't quite remember, and since then she's had these really, really bad migraines, intense, to the point where she needs to be in darkness. She's taken all these pills and stuff, and so she's having a pretty bad time. And then this is the first summer where she's kind of back. It's been a couple of years, and she's excited to kind of meet up with her friends again and chat and have a good time. And so kind of follows that, and it turns out her friends they're hiding something from her, something about why she has those migraines and why she woke up in the middle of the water. And so she doesn't know what happened, and they're hiding it from her, but they're pretending that it didn't happen. So there's a lot of mystery. There's really great characters in this. The writing is worth it. I know some people, it's hard to get into the writing, but it's so worth it. I thought it was really great and really fun, and it just makes sense for the character. I loved this. This was so good. So yeah, these are my top 3 favorite thriller/mystery books from 2023, actually. I haven't read any in 2024 yet, so if you have any recommendations, please comment them down below and I'll add them to my never-ending list. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. That way you get notified anytime a new video comes out. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!